In today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the best controller settings here in Black Ops 6. Now, the servers went live just a couple hours ago. We've played a bit. I'm almost level 40 now, so we're almost at that time to prestige here, but I have played for a few hours. I have the best settings here that's going to help you be very accurate in your gunfights, win more gunfights, have a high KD, and get a lot of kills when you're playing here. But if you guys are new and do find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into our settings, if you do want a new controller here, make sure to go check out AIM controllers. I do believe these are the best controllers in the market. I think they're better than Scuff. I think they're better than Battle Beavers. If you are trying to get better at the game, and especially a game like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the Omni movement is insane. You don't need to be taking your thumbs off the analog sticks, and these things are so nice here with the paddles on the back. You just never have to take your thumbs off the analog sticks. They are going to make you better. So if you guys want to go cop one, make sure to go in the description or the pinned comment and go use Paradox for 5% off. I'm telling you guys, these are going to make you better. Now, getting into my settings here, we're going to start with our button layout and stick layout. I'm going to go ahead and keep this on default. I use an aim controller that has paddles on the back, so I never have to take my thumbs off my analog sticks. I'm jumping with my right paddle, and I'm sliding and diving with my left paddle, so I just never have to take my thumbs off the analog stick, which is going to help me out a ton. So we are going to go ahead and keep them default. Now, for the horizontal and vertical sensitivity here, I have mine on 8.8. Now, if you wanted to, you could put them on 7.7 if you really wanted to, but I'm going to be honest, 8.8, I think it's perfect. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. I'm still snapping on people. I'm not overlooking people, underlooking them. It's perfect in my opinion, which I don't think you need to have a crazy, 10-10, 20/20 sensitivity, and I don't think you need to go below 5. So 8.8 in my opinion is the best option here for sensitivity for horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. So go ahead and put them on 8. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about is our controller vibration. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen videos on settings. A lot of people tell you to turn this off. Anything in Call of Duty can get you killed, lose a gunfight, and vibration is probably one of the most things that can get you to lose gunfights. Your controller starts spazzing, it can make you not aim as good or anything like that. So turning this off is definitely going to make you win those gunfights more. It might take some time to get used to, maybe a couple games or so, but I will say controller vibration will make you a better player. So go ahead and turn that off. Now, for our dead zone inputs, now this is a bit different here. Now, my left stick is going to be 3. My left stick maximum input is going to be 75 here. This is your movement. So you moving around, the Omni movement, you want your left stick to be very sensitive. You looking around and everything like that, especially with the Omni movement, is definitely going to make you a better player. Having it on 3 and 75 is going to make your left stick very sensitive here. And then for my right stick and then my right stick maximum and minimum input, I have it at 5, and I kept this one at 99. I'm just aiming with my right stick or anything like that. I don't want it to be too sensitive just because this is where I aim with, and I don't want have any drift with my aim or anything like that. So the only thing, drift with your movement is not that bad if you're always moving forward, so you don't have to worry about that. And then for our left trigger and right trigger, we're gonna go ahead and turn this all the way down to 0. We do want our triggers to be very sensitive when firing our weapon, when aiming down sights and everything like that. So definitely copy these down. I do believe these are the best dead zone inputs. Now, we're going to go over here to our aiming settings next, and we have our sensitivity multiplier, and what we're going to only be changing here is going to be our ADS sensitivity multiplier, which we're going to put it down to 0.85, and then our ADS sensitivity multiplier focus. Now, focus is going to be like if you're on an ACOG or a scope where you hold your breath and focus. We're going to have this on 0.85, and then your multiplayer sensitivity multiplier is going to be at 0.85. It's aiming down sights. It's going to move a little bit slower so you can track your targets a bit better and just be a lot easier on your aim. I think having these two is definitely going to help you out with your better aim, so go ahead and copy those down. Now, we're going to go down to our aiming advanced settings, and the only thing I want you guys to change here is going to be your aim response curve type. Now, if you want to, you could keep it at standard if you really wanted to, but linear, in my opinion, is going to be the best option if you are trying to get the best aim when, getting into your gunfights and everything. I do recommend linear is going to be your better option. Dynamic, it's okay if you want to use this one, but linear, if you're trying to have the best aim in the game, you definitely want to have it on linear. But again, standard is also a good choice, so it's really on what you guys want to change. Now, the only thing I want you guys to change here in your motion sensor advanced settings is we're going to change our FOV sensitivity scaling. We want to have this off. That's the only thing I want you to change in here. That is the only thing. Now, getting into our movement settings here. Now, this is where you have to copy everything down because I'm telling you, the Omni movement and the movement itself in this game is going to make you get a lot of kills, or you're going to lose a lot of gunfights. So the sprint assist, I have mine on tactical sprint assist. This is basically like automatic tac sprint. We want to be aggressive. We always want to be running here. So just all you have to do is press up on your analog stick and you start running. Now, going into the settings here, the sprint assist delay, you want to have it at 1. Don't keep it at 0, put it on 1. The assist is like the delay. There's not much of a delay if you have it at 1 compared to 0. There is a small delay, so you want to have this on 1. Now, for corner slice, you can have this on. I have it off just because I don't like to be near a corner and I auto look around the corners. So I like to have this off. It's really on what you like to use. If you like to look around the corners without, I like to do everything manually. If I want to look around a corner, lean over to the corner, this will automatically do that. So I have this off. Just in my opinion, I think it needs to be off. Now for my slide dive behavior, I have tap the dive. Omni movement is very important in this game. I think it's the best way to juke people out. Slide canceling really isn't a thing here in this game. I don't like to slide in this game, so I have it on tap the dive. If I need to slide, I just hold down on my paddle so I can slide, but tap the dive, I'm just diving around, just having dolphin diving is very broken. Now for the next thing that we're going to be talking about is going to be in our movement advanced settings here. And the only thing I want you to change, you might not have to change it already, but make sure your tactical sprint activation is on single tap sprint. You don't want to have it on single tap run or double tap. Make sure you have it on single tap sprint. Now this setting here is actually banned in the competitive scene. I don't know why, but it is. But if something is banned in the competitive scene, there's a skill gap. So we are going to turn this on. We're going to make our controller more sensitive. All you have to do is just pull up on your analog stick and you start running. And that's why in my dead zone, I made it a little bit more insensitive there. So we do want that there. So make sure to have it on single tap sprint. Now we're going to jump over here to our graphic settings next. Now I will tell you, these are the best graphic settings. Now I'm not going to go through like, my PC settings just because I do have a high end computer. If you have a lower end computer, you can't use the same settings. Everyone has a different computer. Everyone has different settings for your computer settings. So I'm not going to go over that. So we are going to go over our view, which the field of view is going to be our first thing, which I have it at 115. I don't max it out at 120 because there is some delay that can happen if you max it out at 120. So I don't do anything like that. So we do want to have it on 115. ADS field of view, we want to have it on affected. Now, with some of the guns, they do have a fast fire rate, so the visual recoil can be a bit crazy. And also, with a lot of guns that have recoil, and if you have your ADS field of view on affected, the recoil isn't bad, the visual recoil isn't bad, so we want to have this on affected. Your weapon field of view, make sure to have it on wide. Now, this is going to make your weapon look smaller. So, again, if a gun has visual recoil, any recoil to the weapon, it's not going to be as bad. So, with the visual recoil getting toned down and the recoil getting toned down on the weapon, it is going to make it better for you to control. Now, for the camera settings, we have our world motion blur. We want to have it on off. Weapon motion blur, we want to have it on off. First person camera, I don't do the third person camera, but we have it on 50%. Now this is just gonna help with the motion sickness and how crazy your camera can get, so that's gonna calm it down. So if I've always been told by movement people that have like really good movement, like Shotzi and everyone like that, have it on 50% is going to make it just your camera, your picture on your screen's not as crazy. So we do want to copy that down. Now for my audio settings, nothing too crazy in here. You can copy them down, and I do recommend these settings that I have a headset. If you're not playing on a headset or earbuds, I don't know if these settings are going to help you out too much, but make sure you have a headset on, headphones, earbuds, whatever it may be. Don't be playing with the TV, speaker. If you can't get a headset, go get one. It does make you a better player. But for my volumes, the only thing I have on is the dialogue volume and effects volume. That's all I need to hear. I don't need to hear music in my game or anything like that. So we're going to only have these on. Now, the enhanced headphone mode, you have to pay for something. I might try it out to see if it's good or not, but I have this on. I don't know if it does anything between on and off, so I really don't know, but I'm gonna keep this on just in case it does something. My audio mix, I have it on headphone bass boost. I want to be able to hear everything. It does actually give us better EQ, so our headset is a little bit louder, our earbuds a little bit louder, so we can hear footsteps left of us, above us, below us. You could just hear the game a bit clearer and louder, so it is going to make it easier for you to hear people and everything like that. And then for our final thing, we have our interface settings. Now, there's nothing too crazy I want to show you here, but Our gameplay HUD, my preset is the mission interface here. I like this one the best. I think it's the most clean one, and it's just kind of easy to see everything. Your mini map's top left, the scores underneath it, the objectives like right at the top near the compass and everything. I just think this one's the best, but everyone has their preference. Now, our mini map shape, we want to keep it at square. We don't want to change anything there. Our player names, make sure to have it on full name. If someone has a long name, you have an advantage, like especially like it was last year in Modern Warfare 3. There's some walls that you can look through. If someone's hiding in a certain spot that you can't really see them well, you can see their full name. It's a cheat code when you get into those gunfights. It's a bit easier to see people in gunfights and everything, so that's kind of cool. Now for my crosshairs, we want to make sure I have this on, of course. We don't want to be playing hardcore. My center dot is on. We have our center dot scale at larger, so it's going to kind of help you center. You know, this is going to be the best way for me to tell you and teach you how to center in this game. Very important to have that on. Crosshair spread, we want to have it on. The opacity, keep it at 100. And then you can change your crosshair color if you really wanted to. I think it's cool. Once I find one that I like, as of right now, I'm going to keep it at white. And then the only thing I want you to change also is our color customization. Now, I'm going to keep my colors the same until I, go, dabble into it a little bit more here. But for my color filter settings, you want to keep it at filter 2. We're going to have color target. We have it on both. And I have my world and interface color intensity. I have it at 75. So what this is actually going to do is going to make the game look a little bit more vibrant. So you have you can kind of, make your color customization a bit more vibrant and look a little bit better in your gameplay. Even if you're on console, you can change it. So that is pretty cool. But in my opinion, these are the best controller settings here, graphic settings, audio settings here in Black Ops 6. So go ahead and copy them down and let me know if you drop any high kill games. And also let me know what you guys think about Black Ops 6. I'm having fun right now. I'm going to try Prestige by the end of the night. And of course, I'm going to try to get more videos out for you guys. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.